For most people, self-identifying is something that is directly correlated to ethnicity and or race. But my self-identity experience is different, and it's attributed to different factors. Let me tell you about my experience. My dad was born in La Paz, Mexico. My mom was born in Guadalajara, Mexico. They both came to the United States in their early 20s, and they had us. These are my siblings, my two brothers, and myself. Easy enough, both parents are Mexican, so self-identification should be easy, right? In my early childhood years, I didn't know any better. I did not know that we didn't celebrate anything. I was not in tune with the music nor traditions of being Latina. At the age of 4, 2 things happened that affected how I self-identify. In a Latino Mexican family, it's normally tradition that males or the husband provides for the family and women stay home to take care of the family. This was the case for our family, but at the age of 4, my father injured his arm and was no longer able to work. This challenged many of our Mexican ideals. But it didn't happen immediately. It happened over a period of time. During this time, I also was old enough to acknowledge why our family was not heavily involved in our Mexican traditions. During this difficult time, my family turned to religion, but it was not the Catholic religion. Growing up, racial identity was supplanted by religion in my family. The things I used to identify as a Mexican American were quickly replaced by religion. It was a full-time commitment, 3 days a week, and as a Jehovah's Witness, we were not allowed to celebrate anything. Traditions were no more, and extended family did not agree with these views and alienated us as a result. I didn't have much control, so I focused my energy on the things that I could control, which were academics and sports. Even though I was working really hard to get good grades, college was not an option because of the religion. I was led to believe that I was a bad person if I attended, but I decided, what the heck, let's go for it. I decided to attend a nearby college, UCLA, and even though I grew up only 20 minutes away, it was as if it was a different world. Definitely not a microcosm of Los Angeles. It was the first time that I felt like a minority. As a minority, all eyes were on me. I was expected to act like a Latina, but I had no idea how. The religion had erased the few traces of being a Latina. A few years later, my temporary move to Philadelphia allowed me to solidify my self-identification as a Latina. My husband and I moved to Philadelphia for his grad school. The first year was an adjustment, but the novelty of being in a new place was still there. After the second year, it was very obvious that I was a minority in everything I did. I worked at a school named Multicultural Academy, yet I was the only Latina and the only person of color working there. To add to this, our staff was not representative of the school population, which was 99% African American students. I felt like it was my job to constantly debunk these stereotypes of what it meant to be a Latina, something that I was still trying to figure out myself. The development of my self-identity has been a fluid transition, and as I'm getting older, I value the multiple resources that I can pull from. It's not a narrow path, but rather a place full of freeways and traffic, just like LA. And it can take time to fully get there.